Hey guys, welcome back. Today we thought we'd talk a little bit about motivation versus inspiration,
Yep.
and because earlier this week, there was we had to make a delineation between the two in a conversation, and thought we'd bring that up today. So Matt, how would you define motivation and inspiration?
Well, I define inspiration as kind of something which obviously inspires you towards action, and you might be, you see someone great, you see someone you respect or admire, and then you kind of want to be that, you want to be at that level. And motivation, I feel like, is a bit different, where it's kind of it might even come from a place of pain, where you're at the gym, for instance. We talked about this earlier. We're at the gym. You're pushing yourself to finish that set, and you might be in a, I want to say, terrible place, but a good place at the same time, right at that moment, and you're just pushing through just to finish that set, just to get that done, just to reach that goal. And that's where I suppose it's a difference. It's a difference between the personality involved. One's more of a desperation, and that might not be a bad desperation. It might be just a desperation towards getting that set, doing that goal or whatnot. Inspiration's more of a kind of a personality effect, where you look at something and you kind of evaluate your own life and you want to get there. Yeah,
It's interesting that you sort of see it as in desperation. You know that inspiration, or is it motivation?
Motivation
Just
yeah.
sort of comes, like, it doesn't have to be a pleasurable thing. It's interesting. For me, motivation versus inspiration, I didn't really make the distinguish between the two until, I know we've mentioned this a couple of times now. Start with Why. I honestly love that book. Simon Sinek. Yes. So basically, I delineate between the two as motivation comes from your external environment, and inspiration comes from your internal space. So motivation can come from anywhere outside, but when it comes from within you and you're truly motivated, that's inspiration.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So that's how I delineate between the two. We really needed to do that. This week in this conversation with this gentleman. So yeah.
Yeah.
Well, look, guys, we would love for you to reach out and let us know if you have any comments, queries, questions,
and what your thoughts on motivation and inspiration is. And like, ultimately, you've got to look at motivation and inspiration. How can you harness it to reach your goals in your life? And it doesn't matter what those goals are. There's some way you can motivate yourself or inspire yourself, and it's a combination of the two ultimately which delivers the best results.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. Even if it's that motivation gets you started, right? Motivation, we might need a little bit of the spark from outside in order to I'm going to stick with the analogy here. Spark from the outside to ignite the internal flame. There you go. All about the internal flame. Maybe it's corny, but look, thank you again, guys. We'll speak with you soon. Looking forward to it.
Guys. And if you have any questions, like we said before, just drop them in the comments. We'll do an episode about them. Yeah. Thanks, guys.